Real spit, you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit, you don't find that often. Every discussion from experience. And hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated. From the West where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul. Provoke thought so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble. The ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help the show. Cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Welcome to the show, Spitting Policies. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown men talking. Cause real spit you don't find that often. Spitting Policies.
Policies.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're viewing. Grab a seat. No matter where you are, whether it be in your car, in your living room, dining room, or even your bedroom.
Or restaurant.
Thank you for I don't know about the restaurant, but if you're a female,
In the bathroom. Yeah.
okay, the bath.
Taking a
You're in the
Bible
bath.
bath. Enjoying
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah,
We
enjoying the
appreciate
evening.
your views.
this week.
Today we're going to talk about amongst other things, something that is, I'm not going to say plagued our community, plagued our families, but accountability. Accountability. Do you have it? For a lot of people, that's something that's a challenge.
Yep.
But before we get into today's show, welcome to Spitting Policies with a few guys with beards and bald heads.
There we go.
We are the four musketeers, but right now one of the musketeers is out of the way. So now we're the three amigos. In the meantime, we want to find out. We're going to go around and find out how everything has been and how everything has been going since the last Spitting Policies Day. We're going to start off with Kevin. And Kevin, when you finish,
bless, and bless.
there it is. There, bless, triple bless.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, four. I think this couple. Bless.
Quadruple
and
bless.
Yeah,
Quadruple. Okay, what made it quadruple bless?
Man, God, when you realize, man, that even in the state of the world and with all that's going on, God is still good. You know, is when you look around you, you know, the family, is good. You know, and even in the storms, when you able to still praise him in the midst, then he's good. You know. Then I get to come hang out with you dudes on Wednesday, and just knowing that you guys are good. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in the day. Sometimes we get to forget to tap in, but Wednesday always bring us together, and we able to catch up and, you know, and what he one another and find out that we all good. So yeah, man, we're definitely blessed. I'm not taking that lightly at all.
I feel you on that. I look forward to it as well. I think to a certain extent, this is a little bit of therapy for all of us.
Of course.
So a little bit and fellas out there, I would highly recommend that every once in a while. I know sometimes we don't check up on each other, but to have a group of friends that you can talk to, let some things off your chest, I think would be healthy for you, because lately one of the main things that a lot of us have been talking about and that's going on now is mental health.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't even know if you're okay. Every once in a while we'll ask each other, hey man, what's up? Hey, how you doing? And just, I guess as a rule of thumb, or just as in passing, we'll say, oh, I'm good, or what have you. But in all actuality, man, a lot of us aren't good.
Right.
So I would recommend every once in a while, not just check up on your boy, but if you have somebody that you know is going through it, don't ask them or don't tell them, hey, if you call me, need me. Just show up. And if he doesn't need you, let that be okay.
Right.
So we're going to go to another one of our top tier hosts. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know him, but so many of you must. This, ladies and gentlemen, he probably needs no introduction.
I probably don't.
But
I'm that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let me
I
introduce this
believe they say
motherfucker.
that.
Yeah. I'll be that motherfucker.
I believe they do say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna
Motherfucker.
introduce the next motherfucker.
Mhm.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Canoon. Go ahead, motherfucker.
You know you fucking some mothers at some point.
I wouldn't go in that
Oh,
direction,
Yeah,
with it, but okay.
you know, that's what
Wow.
motherfuckers are.
Well, I
But
usually don't look at her
I'm
that
gonna
way.
be like Wyatt Earp. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Val Kilmer, that was my boy and
Yeah.
my movie. That was,
I'm gonna
man,
be that
yeah.
mother that you need in your life.
Okay.
That
Really?
tell you the truth.
Really?
That will hold you accountable.
Mm,
I'm gonna hold you that. I'm gonna hold it.
nice segue.
But my week has been good, bro. Just living life is a blessing, bro. I just thankful for just waking up every morning,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I'm just extremely grateful.
Don't take it for
I'm
granted.
grateful for having some of the friends I got. Some of y'all I don't really like that much, but not talking to you, Trevor. But
Mm.
some of y'all I don't like that much. But I'm grateful for y'all at any account. I'm grateful. So
Mm.
you know, just be blessed. We're gonna be blessed all week.
That's why we.
Let's
call
get
it
into the show, man.
that-
I just really
that motherfucker.
this show. I want to get in it.
Did he?
I want to get in it.
I feel you. Okay. All right.
How about
So,
you, Trevor? Though?
I was wondering.
You know,
I was wondering when the hell. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sometimes I feel old, and on this road, I'm feeling potholes. I must say, you know, every once in a while, I feel like I'm too old for certain things, and then going down this road, man, I've been feeling potholes. So for those that have been in my corner, for those that have called, checked up on me, for those that have taken me out, man, and made sure that I was all right, making sure that my mental health was okay. I really appreciate it, and I firmly believe if I don't take care of me, I can't take care of we.
Mm.
And it's been some
That's
times.
definitely.
Yeah.
There's been some times that when I couldn't do certain things that I used to, that I'm able to do regularly.
Mhm.
I had to check with the folks that I have a tendency to, you know, have that relationship with, like, hey man, I won't be able to do that this week, or I can't do that.
Yeah.
And it had to be okay. And some people were checking up on me. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
And you know, people need to step in when you can't fill the void. You got to have somebody to step in sometimes.
Right.
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
and I want to say thank you for you guys when sometimes whether I have dropped the ball or I just couldn't make it. Thank you guys for coming through and pulling through.
Well, we ain't talking about that past when you. Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen,
Drop that ball.
accountability.
Yeah.
Accountability. What does
Yeah.
it mean? What does it look like? A lot of us have a tendency, especially in relationships, man. We one of the things that I think that is so important in women, please listen to this. One of the things that is so important to man, you say you might want to catch a man and you lonely, you need a husband,
Uh-huh.
or you want to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
One of the most important things to a man is saying, I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Shit, man, that's it. That's foreign language right
What?
there.
Can they do it? I don't think they can.
You know what? Don't
I don't think women can do that.
No, don't be a belly backdrop. You know where I am with that. You do not have to get your hair, nails, body, butt, Brazilian, titty lift. You don't need to do any of that. One of the things that a woman needs to really, really do, say I'm sorry. Apologize.
Do you have it in you?
Hold yourself accountable. And the premise of this whole show is to, you know what? Do you have it in you? Are you able to say, you know what? I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I dropped the ball. I'm responsible for what happened. Or to some capacity, but let me ask my other host. When you guys think of accountability, how important on a scale of 1 to 10? 1, what I just said, you know, how much of it is truth? 2, how important is it to you? Let's start off with Kevin.
I think that's huge. I think it's beyond 10.
Whoa.
You know, and then it depends. You can't expect everyone to be accountable, because you got some that will, you know, try to go around it without accepting it, and it's very important. You know, I don't think I have that worry or that concern now, but in the past relationships, yeah, You know, I've seen where it was so difficult for somebody to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was my bad," you know. But you know, you live and you grow, and
Hopefully.
yeah, everybody is not, you know, a lot of people is gonna stay in the same place, unfortunately. But I ain't gotta deal with them bitches no more. So
Right.
Well, amen.
Right.
They ain't got to deal with them. Yeah, none of them. None of them bitches.
So to you, what do you think? What, on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I'm gonna give that shit a 20.
Damn.
She ain't accountable. You don't even need to be with her because you're gonna have a rough life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate when somebody say it wasn't. I'm sorry, but it wasn't my fault. What the fuck are you saying I'm sorry for?
right.
You have no reason to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but when you ladies, when you put that but behind it, you just say what you said before. So if you can't say I'm sorry and this is what I'm sorry for, that's what you should follow it with. I'm sorry. You know what, Trevor? I'm gonna tell you this. When you critique a woman, critique.
Okay. Wow.
When you critique a woman, you're critiquing her to allow her to become a better her. And she'll be like, well, I hate when they say, well, what about when you do this? I was like, we're talking about you right now.
Okay.
Deflecting.
Let's own up to what I'm saying, what you can do to be better. Then if you got something to say for me to be better, let's discuss that next week.
Critique and constructive criticism are two different things, but there's a fine
Well,
line.
you know,
So-
I want to say constructive criticism. Does that sound better for you?
Well, no, no,
That might
but there's-
sound better.
but there-
Let's go constructive criticism.
No,
That
but
might
there-
sound better. It doesn't have a negative connotation.
Okay, it probably doesn't, but when you critique someone versus constructive criticism, it's even the wording in and of itself.
You know,
It's
you used to have movie critics, and nobody said nothing about them.
Mhm.
They critiquing the movie. Oh yeah, I like this about the movie. I like this about the movie. But when it come to their feelings, you can't critique it. Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna use critique. Fuck it. I'm gonna use critique. Fuck the what do we say the more PC word is?
Critique or
No.
constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. I'm a critique.
Okay. Okay.
And, you know, I'm very good at that. And
Well-
I accept it back too. So it's a reciprocity thing. We can make each other better. But if you're not going to accept what I'm saying to make you better, even if it's just for me, then you don't have any kind of feelings for me. You know, I'm telling you how to move better with me. Or even on this show, we trying to tell you how to move better and be in a lasting relationship. That's the premise of this show. It's for Black males and females to get in healthy relationships. Wouldn't you say that's the premise of the show?
I would.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just had an incident like that with Monica yesterday.
Hmm.
You might as well go ahead and push the Monica button now.
You know what's
You had
funny?
to critique her?
Monica.
Monica went off on me yesterday
Oh, she
while I was
critiqued you.
driving.
Mm.
So it happened to me, and I was
Okay.
like, "Oh, like where did this come from? Like, let's discuss this, right?"
Okay.
So, I was on the phone and driving, and I didn't hang up the phone, and I was changing lanes while I was driving. So she go off a little bit. I'm like, "Hey, you doing too bleeping much? Why are you driving? You can't be doing." I'm like, "Hey, hold on.
Mm.
Like, let's discuss this. You think I'm unable?
Right.
You think I'm incapable of doing that?
That's crazy, Trey.
Like, talk to me about that. You don't think I could talk or text or
Oh god
change
damn!
lanes
I
at the
thought she
same
was
time?
something real big. He talking about fucking driving
Hey,
and
but
being on the phone.
it can grow.
Boy, yeah, you know.
a
into
critique.
some-
Hold on. You just said critique, and I'm
Keith,
giving you an
Keith,
example.
let's go to the
of-
first video because that was real
Hey, that's-
elementary.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it at all.
Okay,
Here's
so
the driving.
ladies and gentlemen, usually
Driving
when
and
you don't
texting
when you don't go and hear the entire
story.
story,
Yeah.
and you cut a person off,
Mm.
that can either be controlling
That's what women say.
or-
They say that a lot.
About you?
About you.
They try to say that a lot.
About you?
When a man tries to tell them, hey, don't go to the gas station at night. It's 12 o'clock.
About you?
Accountability.
Accountability. That's
we
what
said about
that's
you.
What
You
we,
said
no.
That's what we're talking about right now. That's the premise of this show right now, accountability. Yeah. So you don't want to hold yourself accountable.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss both sides of that accountability.
Let's go to the real.
We're going to talk about
let's load the first video, man.
Hey, that's some shit. You ain't going to hold yourself accountable.
Right,
yeah.
Go ahead. I'll say
let's hold the first video. It ain't about me. The show ain't about me.
Oh, it's not? It's not? Y'all call it.
Listen.
Cry it, walk. This is why women refuse to accept accountability and would rather cry it, walk away, walk out the room, block his number, whatever, because we rather do that than take accountability. Right. This is the part men don't understand. Attention is attention. Okay. Attention is attention. So whether it's good attention, whether it's bad attention, as long as we are the center of it, it doesn't really matter. All of that emotional spiraling is because it gets us attention.
Now,
that's when you're young.
No. Women that practice this when they're young, they don't lose it when they get older.
Or young-minded.
They use their emotions and for men that have daughters, we probably on a low key being accountable. We teach our daughters to use their emotions to sway us to get what they want. And then when they learn it when they're young, they still use it when they get older. I'm crying to get out of a ticket. They use the tears to when you're might be critiquing them. They use their tears, but I don't know why I do that. And then they want you to feel sorry for them. Now they put it all. Now you feel bad because she doesn't want to be accountable. We teach our young daughters that. Hey, boo boo, you fell? What? Oh, that bike did that to you, huh? That she is no longer accountable for her not being balanced. No, you know what I mean? But we kind of infuse that in our children, and as men, we got to be accountable. We do that at some point.
It depends. I mean, because my motto always been, I'm not gonna baby you. I'm not going to do all of that because the world isn't going to do it for you. You are going
I totally agree with you, but a lot of times I know I've done it where I treat my daughters different from my sons. Oh, you treat them like little princesses. You know, they they scuff their knee. Oh, you scuff your knee. Who did that to you, baby? Mm-mm. No, you just failed. You just lost your. You know, you got to learn to ride this bike a little bit.
My thing was just get up, get back on it, try it again.
That's something we normally reserve for our son.
Yeah, but
a lot of times we don't do that with our
daughter. And because I had a daughter first, it was moments, very small moments that, you of course you teach them and let them know who they are, and don't let X, Y, and Z mistreat you or talk to you foul or any kind of way. But at the same time, I think I did a balance, and I think the balance leaned more on me trying to keep her tough or raise her tough, because it was you realize, what the world and how it was going to be.
Yeah.
No,
I would agree. I would totally agree with you, and that's the right approach to me. To teaching the world is not going to be fair to you.
And then at the time when she was born, I was still straddling the fence. So,
yeah,
it was. I wasn't I wasn't like that. That wasn't in me, and I believe because of the life that, reason why, even my family didn't, I said I look better going than I did coming.
Yeah.
So that's how I lived.
Uh-huh.
And actually I changed by time the boys got here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in a different place.
You was a different father.
Yeah, exactly.
You was a different father.
So at 20 years old, having a child, I think regardless whether it's a with me, whether it would have been a girl or a boy, I was who I was at that time.
Well, I think for me, I think women have, and it might be partially our fault. And on this, again, I'm gonna say I'm being accountable for it. That women have more of an issue with being accountable than men. We can critique each other. I have friends, man, hey, man, hey.
Yeah,
we all need to get in the gym. We all looking like we could roll down the street a little bit. Okay, and they don't take offense to it.
Right.
You can, women don't have that conversation with themselves. You because they be like, girl, you look good. Don't let them body shame you, girl. You good.
Oh,
You good. 50 pounds overweight.
Wow.
Be accountable.
But then get hurt when we say something about it.
Does this dress make me look fat?
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Don't ask me that question.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Trevor.
It's a whole bunch of what do you call that? Shit. When you
Boy, this boy lost his thoughts again.
No.
Find them, baby. Find them.
That's been going on a lot lately. But you have one standard for one gender, then you have a different standard for another gender.
Oh, yeah. It's a double standard.
Yeah.
So it's like some women, and I think one of the things that a lot of men find offensive is we could tell your woman something and have a conversation and or a discussion, but they come back from church and they tell you exactly what the preacher said to them that you said already.
Yeah.
And you have a one of their girlfriends, they can say something to them, and when one of their girlfriends or their girlfriend's mate say something to them, especially if he says your man was right, and then you believe it. Right. I think one of the most painful things for a man is for your woman to say that another man was right, baby. I believe you now.
I wish a motherfucker would.
That right there,
and you've
women,
been telling them the same damn thing for years, and now, like you
believe it.
You
so
believe
women,
it.
that's another one.
That shit better fall out the air.
Yeah,
at least you better lie.
It's another one. It's another. So that's something that a lot of men really don't like, and I think is we as men in general think that that's very disrespectful. When you come back and tell us that another man told me that you were right, whether it be an argument, a discussion, a heated debate, a heated fellowship, and then you come back and say, baby, you were right because he said so, that is very offensive and very disrespectful to men.
I want to tell our audience, I know y'all seen young, don't be scared to call in.
Pack your
because Kevin is not going to do anything to you. I may say some shit,
I'm humble.
But the number is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Y'all can see it. Be accountable. Yeah. Call in.
Area code 323-900-0478.
They can see the damn
If we
screen.
can do it, they should be able to do it.
Anyway, but Keith, let's load up the next clip because we're gonna be accountable. We had, I was about to say beards and bald heads. I could say that. We had beards and bald heads / spitting policies. We want y'all to engage with us so we can produce even better shows. And what I think we're doing a great job, actually. But we could produce even better shows if you engage with us.
Right.
And we're going to start giving away some merch. Just for the people that engage with us, been rocking with us for a minute.
Right.
Because we want to.
Not tonight, though.
We want to be held accountable for producing a great show.
Yeah.
And because of Keith
having delusions and sell them to themselves as it's real to cope with the lack of accountability for this horrible decision she's making.
Just rewind it from the beginning.
Start hearing things and having delusions. Women will start hearing things and having delusions and sell them to themselves as it's real to cope with the lack of accountability for this horrible decision she's making.
Yeah, because women can not be accountable for. I like what I'm gonna call him. What Trevor call him. I'm gonna get his name. What do you call him? Belly backdrop.
Billy backdrop bras.
Yeah, the Billy backdrop bras. You dress like this and you get this certain amount of attention, and then you accept it. Isn't that your? I want to say fault because that sounds so negative. I mean, you have to be accountable for the decisions you make. You know, you sleeping with these dudes and you get pregnant and you don't even like the motherfucker you pregnant by. You have the baby but you want to blame the man you're having the baby by. At some point you have to be accountable for the decisions you make in your life.
Well, oftentimes it's hasty decisions because you meet somebody. Oftentimes, some people meet somebody in 3 or 4 weeks or 2 or 3 dates. And now all of a sudden you think you're in love and this person is the right one based upon the things that they've said, not the things that they've done. So now here you are. And then we even older fellas do this. You jump into a relationship, you fall in love. No, hell no. Shit needs to be intentional at this point. I would say after 40, all your darts got to hit the bullseye. And if you just go out here.
I love the way you switch it on the men. This, you know, like, you know, holding men accountable.
We the leaders.
You know what I mean?
We the leaders.
Yeah.
I'm a hold.
But let me ask you a question. So Trevor said we the leader, but can you tell a woman not to have a child? You can tell her.
You can't make them.
But you can't make them, right?
Let me tell you how.
So that decision is on that decision. You could say, Trevor could say, hey, I don't want to have any children. Right. Period. You sleep with the woman and she somehow gets pregnant.
You said you sleep with the woman. You pursued her, you chose her, and then you the one that got hard. And then you the one that indulged up in there.
You didn't let me finish.
Just like you didn't let me finish.
If you were soft, then they
you gotta choose who you. Hold on, wait. We gotta choose who we gonna put ourselves in.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm gonna give you my sperm.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give you my sperm.
Yep.
I agree with that. But she's the only one that decides if she's gonna have the baby.
No,
or not.
you the one that don't bust off in her.
No, so you want men to be totally accountable. If she could decide to go, okay,
come on, man.
I'm not going to have this child. She could take whatever pill, whatever contraceptive she wants to. She could decide to take it.
How many women are there in America, in Hawaii, in the world right now that don't have my kid? Because I ain't put myself up in them.
Okay, you.
So you're
missing the whole point.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Oh, okay.
You're missing the point.
Why? Okay. It's a gang of pregnant hoes on Figueroa right now pregnant.
Ain't none of mine.
Is it?
It's another gang. It's
Why
a gang
not?
of hoes on.
Why not? On Figueroa right now that's not pregnant.
They got after pills. They got so many contraceptives.
Okay, so what I'm saying is
way more contraceptives for women than men. Men only we only got one route.
We got to be selective.
We only got one route.
We have to be selective.
Do we have one route, or they have a plethora?
We got that one route. It's called a vast difference.
Okay, so let me ask you something, Trail.
Get clear.
Just thinking about. I'm not doing that either. But you never had that situation.
I got 2 kids.
No. But I'm saying not here lately, not within the last with your children, before, because sometimes shit happen on the spur of the moment. And 9 times out of 10, and especially if alcohol is involved, you not finna say, "Hold up, let me shoot to the store."
We got to be.
And you try, and no, I'm not saying that we don't. Yeah, it's on both.
Be accountable.
But the thing is, how many times brothers really believe that the pull-out method works, and sometimes it doesn't. But like he was saying, no matter, that was an act. We both participated in it, and then you say that you're pregnant. Well, just like with
you have no say so whether she has it or not.
Let me tell you something real quick.
I agree with you after the fact.
Just like with one of the Anthony, they call him Ant-Man, had sex with a young lady. She got pregnant. He told her, "I don't want to get her aborted." She said, "No, I'm gonna keep it." He said, "Okay, well, I don't want to have anything to do with the kid. I'm gonna give you $2 million for the next, I'm gonna give you, make that last for the next 18 years because I don't want to have anything to do with the child."
Oh wow, I never heard this story.
So
go ahead, continue.
I'm just saying he's writing it out. Look, okay, you want to keep it, all right, but I'm gonna still. And women may say he's still a dog or whatever. But
no,
he said, "I'm gonna give you $2 million," and we walk away from each other.
He paid for his responsibility.
There was
But he had no choice in the matter.
No, because he told her to abort, and she said
She was
no.
looking for the bag.
Right. So she got the bag, but she ain't got the man.
That's what it was. She was looking for the bag.
Okay, so you can't get a
I'm
bag
saying,
if I didn't leave my sack up in you.
but it take two people to tangle, bruh.
You're right.
And once that woman is pregnant, you have no say so on whether she has this child or not.
At all.
Now, if a man could say,
You're jumping over. You know, man. You jumping over the fact that
no,
we
it's
put the- we
not, I'm
put
not
the
jumping
sperm in
over the
there.
fact.
No, we agree. We agree.
Shit
to that.
happened. Like he said, she gonna come back 5 or 10 years later saying she needs some more money.
Right.
I
Which
guarantee it.
which is full circle that I said, take your time before you make that decision and choice.
I guarantee it.
But
Take
Trev,
your time, because I'm gonna tell you like this: in every situation, both parties are like a tea bag. You don't know how strong they are until they're in hot water.
but the thing is, what I'm saying is, just like this young man, I don't know. He may be 24, between 23 and 25.
Yeah.
So he's a star. He's in the eye of the public. He's signing contracts worth $100-something million. He's still a kid mentally. So you can't, if you see a fine girl in the club, whatever, you meet her. Yeah, it's no different if you see her in church. If we gonna lay down together, we gonna lay down together. Period. Because they know who he is. So he got to fight them off all the time because they all trying to get him to lay down with them so they can get the bag. But when he say, okay, well, here, I'll give you the money to abort. I don't want to be a father. I'm not ready to be a father. And you say no. Okay, well, look, I'm going to give you this. You got the bag. But I don't want to have nothing to do with it. So
he's all kind of assholes to women. You know what I mean? And,
but then
and
he still
fulfilled,
he
fulfilled his
lined up.
responsibility to me.
He fulfilled his financial responsibility.
But if a woman chooses, okay, I want to abort. Oh, girl, you do you know, it's your choice. It's your choice. You can do what you want to do. But we can't. Come on, bro. You don't see the inequality in that. Y'all want to be equal. There's inequality of that. And I'm the first one to say it's double standards. Men can live with them. Can y'all? Can you live with the double standard? Nah, most of you can't. You can't live with the double standard. We can live with it. Oh, you decide to have it? I told you I didn't want to be no daddy. I didn't want to be no pappy. But you go ahead and you did it anyway. Well, now I'm still gotta step up. Most men do. Most men, we handle our responsibility. Women like to, when it's time to be accountable, they like to make the decisions. You had children by 4 different men. You don't, your decision making process is kind of fucked up. At the end of the day, we could say that. You know what I mean?
So what do you feel about them, Trev? Just like he just said.
No, he's gonna be like, oh, she gets to make
the women that have, and in that situation, she's being irresponsible because you got to deal with the responsibility. That's it. That's just being an adult.
Okay.
Being an adult is being able to deal with the responsibility that come with your choices, whether they be sweet or sour. She has to deal with the 3 or 4 baby fathers, the attitude, the mentality of the children, and trying to still continue to grow into a relationship and or marriage if she's chosen.
And in a lot of cases, she got to deal with the decision she chose to have it, and a lot of times alone.
She oftentimes alone. You know, it's hard. I think it's harder.
You know, they told me the women were gonna be silent on this show, and I believe it. Yeah. It's crickets over there right now.
Yeah.
Right. There's probably some women that are looking that
they look
will never apologize or hold themselves accountable. And we as men dislike that a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So and a lot of them will look at it when we off the air. They'll go back and look at it.
Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah,
for sure. Because of shame and insult. Hold ourselves accountable for the
absolutely. No, period.
Hold yourself accountable.
Hey Keith, can you load the last clip? We want to sock him in the chest with the last one. You gonna
abuse.
sock them in the chest with the
Unfortunately,
last.
we have adopted this mentality that I can do whatever I want to do and can't nobody tell me anything. And this is why we are where we're at. We live in a very selfish, egotistical society now that nobody cares. If you're a black woman and the whole black woman accountable, you have to be ready to like fight because it's going to come with a lot. I'm always thinking about how young girls are being influenced. So what us grown women are doing, it's influencing these girls to do these out of control, I don't care attitudes. They have the most disgusting attitudes and you can't even check them because they have their moms who say I could do whatever I want. So can't no one hold us accountable. Not a black man, your white boss probably, that's probably the only one who can tell us what to do because he pay us. A gay man can tell us what to do. If it's a black woman or a black man, a straight black man, we don't want to hear it.
Man, that's so cold. I told you we gonna sock you in the chest with it.
What do the female viewers think about that?
They ain't gonna call. They ain't gonna.
What do you
It's
guys
gonna
think
be
about
crickets, bro.
What is it true? Do you have some questions about it, concerns about it? It's not cookie cutter, not in your situation. Let us know. Call us, let us know. Is that your view also? Because holding yourselves accountable is going to take a mature person and a mature caller to let us know or stand on it.
Man, we'll be waiting till next year sometime.
Right.
Get one caller on this.
Some of them didn't
because they know they tuned out.
Some of them didn't tuned out. I'm looking at the numbers. Some of them didn't checked out. So
Yeah,
that lets you know.
Turned out like, accountability. Fuck that.
They're watching the highlights of the game.
Let's turn to another
Lakers already
channel.
played. Lakers already played.
What are some of the things that irk you the most? I'll say what are the top 3 things, fellas. What are the top 3 things that irk you the most when a person does not hold themselves accountable?
Because I've had failed relationships because of this, right? I've had failed relationships because I say, hey, you know what? I see how you moving like this, but that's not conducive to our relationship. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. And then she told me, well, is it that you're in your feelings? No, I just told you I don't be putting all our business on social media, and I don't want you to. You shouldn't be doing that. Everything that went wrong in this woman's life, she began to blame me, right? She picking up a little weight. You know how she blamed me? Oh, you taking me out to dinner too much.
You're lying.
You taking me to dinner too much. I'm Canoe taking me to eat too much. I'm picking up a little weight.
But she ain't trying to do nothing to work it out.
I ain't telling you what to eat. You can order something very healthy. I ain't stopping you from going to work out in the morning.
Right.
It's her inability to be accountable for her own. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. It's called locus of control. That's how you have control. You can't fix shit you don't have control of. If I'm blaming you for my life's dismal state, there's no way I could take accountability for what I'm doing. That's the only way I could fix it. If I take accountability for what I'm doing, you can only fix you. Nobody outside of you can fix you. Take accountability for what you need to fix in your life.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can fix it. And it just really irks me when a woman can say something like that. Like, you taking me out to eat too much. We're dating. We go dine. You can eat a salad. Ain't nobody telling you to go grab the fried foods over there. I didn't pick your meal.
Okay. Let's.
And my thing
give
is,
Kevin
Trev,
an
I
opportunity
don't I put it back on them. I'm not finna accept that. Just like he said, you're an individual. You have choices. I'm not finna let you rest that on me. If that's your situation, or those your demons, whatever it may be, I'm not finna allow you to push that over on me. If we're in this relationship, you have a part to do and I have a part to do. So I'm not finna accept it. Because like you said, you can get up in the morning. It's things you can do.
If a person doesn't hold themselves accountable, that is probably one of the and this was from a previous show, that is probably one of my deal breakers.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you don't hold yourself accountable, to me, you lack empathy. If you lack empathy, you'll say some things that could damage me, hurt us, but you won't feel it. And that is there's a certain type of behavior that I do not use loosely, but those characteristics, and y'all can Google it, look it up, or whatever else. But if someone lacks empathy, doesn't care about the things that they say to you that may pierce you, that's not the person that you need to be around. You need to forgive and walk away.
Right.
To preserve your
Absolutely.
own mental
your
health.
peace.
Because
Because just
if
like go ahead. I was just gonna say, just like you were saying, they start attacking. Oh, now you in your feelings. Oh, you acting like a bitch.
Yeah.
There's a certain type of characteristics that would gaslight you, throw stones, and tell you while they're pissing on you that it's snow.
Yeah. So and that's
froze over there.
And a lot of women, and I
Chicago.
hate that. I hate how.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that, Trill.
A lot of women don't say I'm sorry, and they don't hold themselves accountable. They lack empathy, and then they do some things that will destroy. That will destroy your friendship.
Did he just say a lot of women? Hey, can you replay that back or say that again? Say that again.
A lot of women do that because they don't have a better understanding of themselves or what they're doing to their relationships. A lot of women end up self-sabotaging the whole relationship and not realizing what they're doing.
Right. The relationship is now void.
A lot of women do that. Yeah. And it happens often.
Yeah.
And because they're not oftentimes not straightforward or not saying something logical to men, we as men going to take what you said as, okay, this is what you said. Yeah. I'm gonna govern myself accordingly, but turn around now. I'm a dog. Wait a minute. You told me, nigga, you can get out. Nigga, you can X, Y, and Z. I am woman. Hear me roar. Right. Girl, or they talk to their homegirls. They watch a little bit too much of Love and Hip Hop. Housewives of Chicago. That spirit jumped off on you. Gosh. And then now you come into your home, to your man, that's supposed to be your peace. You bringing that to your relationship, and you self-sabotaged your relationship, but you won't realize after your man is gone.
This boy going hot. He hot right now.
After your man is gone, you're gonna realize, oh damn, but your stubbornness and your ego will make you stay where you're at. But yet your good man gonna go with somebody else. Yeah. Once you see your good man with somebody else, that's when you cry, but you will never say I'm sorry. And if you're gonna do that, fuck you.
This boy,
you gonna cry, and you never gonna say, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I saw. I'm sorry for that Love and Hip Hop episode.
Preach to the church.
I'm sorry for my homegirl that I listened to that were single. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. I'm sorry for destroying your ego. Boy, if you can't say that to the man that walked away and he's happy now, fuck you.
And then put it on you, Trevor, and say you didn't fight. Look, and then
Trevor just did it to him. He did it to him. Boy, I'm proud of you. And then, give me a high five, Trevor. Trevor, give me a high five, baby. That was some shit.
And then and tell you, oh, you not even gonna fight for us?
Right.
What kind of shit?
I think it's just disgusting because a lot of people self-sabotage their own relationships, their own happiness, their own joy. But when they jump out and they got to go date now, and you got to realize, like Kanoom said at the beginning of the show, when your girlfriend told you, girl, it's okay, don't let him body shame you. You got on all the tight shit, hey, just because they got it in your size.
Or the ones that don't realize what they have.
No, you should be wearing it.
But your friends are telling you, bitch, we trying to have what you have, and you mistreating it.
Yeah.
You doing all the dumb shit.
If a woman if a woman could only understand just how much saying I'm sorry means to men.
I don't think they could do it, bro.
You know,
I don't think
Some
it's too
can.
many.
Some
I don't
can.
think it's too many.
It takes a high level of maturity to no scrubs. Oh, wait a minute. Is that a female that's saying that?
See, even it got to be
Agreed.
because it says
Agreed.
it goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
That's how you know
I
it's
can
a
blame
female.
you for my shortcomings. Narcissist is the term.
Mhm.
They are men and women.
hey,
Well, no scrubs. Just but go ahead.
I said, and that was it. That person did their homework, but I didn't want to say it because I don't use that term loosely. But a
No scrubs, or
which one?
what do you?
Narcissist.
That's
But it's real though.
her
because
term,
there's-
her name is derogatory because that's the no scrubs. You know, see, I don't want no
Yeah,
scrubs. Da 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 da. Whatever.
No scrubs. Do you ever say I'm sorry?
No, it's
She
but
don't.
with the statement alone, it said for them
Her
to get
name.
defensive
Her
and
name
say
emasculates
it
men.
goes
She said agree.
both ways.
Her name emasculates
We
men.
get it.
So we're gonna. She's a modern day feminist. We're
How
gonna.
could-
We're
how
gonna
could
no
her name-
scrubs is a modern.
But you're not a
day
scrub.
feminist. No, but
No,
I'm
she's saying
saying
she's not
no
accepting
scrub-
no scrubs.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
listen. We heard the
The song.
we heard the song.
Yeah. I'm in the passenger
Come on,
seat.
y'all.
That means that's an open door for somebody like you because you're not
Come on,
one.
come on, y'all. I was in the passenger seat a whole lot. That don't mean I'm a scrub.
Don't mean you're a scrub. I
You
could have
know
been
what I mean?
taking you to go pick your car up.
Yes. Or I could have been paying you to drive me around because I didn't want to
Anything.
drive that.
Right.
No, hell no. I'll go get my car. They broke into my shit. My shit got towed. I've been in accidents. I know.
It's
I've been in
reasons.
the passenger seat.
There's
I travel
reasons
side.
But the
behind
whole
being in
thing,
the passenger seat.
the whole
The
thing,
Jetta got stolen.
the whole thing of the type of her name, and I don't even know who this is.
I don't know who
Just
this
her
is.
name. We think differently.
Yeah.
You know what makes a man a scrub because he's working on himself. And when I was 25, I didn't have no balling out job. Shit, at 25, I was doing hair. That made me enough, but still, if most 25-year-old men they probably still in school or just graduated, we haven't even reached our peak yet, our financial peak. Just because I'm not rolling around in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or some foreign whip, I'm a scrub. Listen to the song. It's derogatory towards men to me. And I want no scrub to call in because I want to hear really hear it from her.
And
But I
know
doubt
her
she
voice.
will.
I'm gonna get.
We may know her voice. That's why she did that.
No scrub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably a new thing right there.
Could be.
New listener.
Or,
No
or
scrubs.
someone under 30, maybe between 25 30.
And to be a narcissistic, most people take that and we use it loosely.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go into the real spit
Yeah,
portion
go
of the
ahead.
show. If
Is it time yet? Is it that time?
It's
Damn,
about
that went by
time.
quick.
If a person, I'll say this: being an adult, period, I'd say you have certain responsibilities. The reason why you have certain responsibilities is because your ass is the one that has the responsibility or the ability to respond in any area of a relationship. You have the in any situation, at any time, in any term. If you have the ability to respond, then that means it's your responsibility. And look, females, I'm gonna tell you this: whenever your ass want to complain and go Dino to your man, do know this: wherever the hell you find a problem, maybe that's where you are called to fix. If you can't fix it, don't have the ability to fix it, don't force your man to fix it. Sometimes y'all can go out and talk crap to another man, go out and step on another man's toes, and then turn around and back up and expect your man to stand up for you. How you expect your man to be a stand-up man when you a sit-down female? Don't do that.
Ooh.
Don't do that to your man.
Boy,
Don't
somebody gave him a red pill or something.
Damn.
Somebody gave it
He
to
said
him.
he said that
Don't-
drink was good.
Don't do that, because oftentimes, because you feel like you have a man, he's going to protect you. Fine, he wants to protect you, but don't push him to the point where he will hurt himself, destroy himself, or lose himself protecting you, whether it be you physically or whether it be you financially. Don't use him as your financial pincushion. Some men, we realize that we have to be your emotional pincushion, which is fine. But if your man has to be your financial pin cushion, don't drain your damn bank account. Relying and depending on him. If you ain't got no financial self-discipline, your finances will discipline your ass. It shouldn't discipline your man. Understand how to budget your time, your money, and your energy if you love your man, so that you can hold yourself accountable for contributing, uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring a healthy relationship. Some of y'all destroying your own relationships because you're destroying yourselves. You want your man to love you because you don't love you. You don't love your finances. You don't love your time. You don't love your hair. You don't love your breasts. You don't love your eyelashes. You're doing things so that you can attract somebody that you can use.
Trevor, don't you think there's no self-reflection?
That could be a possibility for a lot of the trending worldly behaviors that are going on. But if a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. Until next policies.
That's the thing. Findeth the wife.
The wife.
A wife can hold herself accountable.
Yeah, a wife can hold herself accountable.
Until next week.
Shit, not all of them.
Okay. I feel a wifely spirit.
Yeah.
Until next Spin Policies Day. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see you next Spin Policies.
And no scrub, listen again.
One of our fourth comrade or fourth musketeer will be here. And we wish him safe travels on his return. Until next Spin Policies Day, you guys have an awesome week. Talk to you soon. See you soon.
Be blessed.
Damn, Trav, nigga. Wait, what you?